am Tamara Farah. I'm a wife, the mother of 2 adult children who thankfully are patriots, and I lead the Education and School Board Initiative for Moms for America. I'm here to talk to you about parental rights. Parental rights are not only fundamental and supreme, they are also deeply embedded in the fabric of the American framework. The Center of Education and Policy at George Washington University points out that the founding fathers said the success of the fragile American democracy depended not only on an educated population that would participate in civic life, but that was also built upon the character and the virtue to become good citizens, which was largely something they received in the home and was to be supported in public schools. But not in today's radical woke schools. The Michigan Democrat Party recently questioned parents' involvement in schools and said, the purpose of public education is not to teach kids only what parents want them to be taught. It is to teach them what society wants them to learn and know. Really? Not only do we have a growing number of state laws affirming parental rights, even the 1979 federal legislation that created the Department of Education states that parents, and I'm quoting, have the primary responsibility for the education of their children, and that states and localities have the primary responsibility for supporting that parental role. But this is not happening. Rather, our schools have been hijacked by agenda-laden, radical curriculum that many have mentioned that terrorizes our kids with no regard for parental rights or input. Denver Public Schools is teaching kindergarten BLM principles, including the disruption of the nuclear family. A grandmother from Pennsylvania told us that her local school, the kids there, were made to take down the American flag and put up an LGBTQ flag in its place to support a trans student. Erica Sandville with Parents Defending Education recently said, it is preposterous to teach 5- and 6-year-olds that they must commit to being trans-affirming and in favor of disrupting the nuclear family. A guest columnist recently wrote in the Ventura County Star that, quote, if California is ever going to achieve true equity, the state must require parents to give away their children. The Michigan Democrats' assertion that kids need to be taught instead what society needs them to learn has been exposed, and it's on track to produce not model citizens with academic competency, but rather sexually addicted, gender manipulated, divided by skin color adults who have learned critical race and yet nothing about critical thinking. Before they became a union in the 1960s, the National Education Association supported educators and produced teachers' ed leaflets like the one that read, quote, it is important that people who are to live and work together shall have a like heritage of purpose, religious ideals, and love of country. The torch of civilization is passed on by the sustained efforts of parents, pastors, teachers, and friends. Now that is something society needs.